Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to give you swatches and do an application and full day wear test of Revlon's brand new blush product. It is called the Glimmer Blush Drops, so stay tuned if you're interested. Thank you so much for being a subscriber to the channel. You can also go over to Instagram and follow over there. Make sure you check out the latest drugstore makeup review video, which I will link in the upper right hand corner for you to check out. So these are retailing for somewhere around the $11, maybe a little less mark. They are available through places like Ulta and your local drugstore. I always put in the description box below where you can find the product for purchase online. Let's go ahead and see what the claims are so that we can make sure to keep an eye on those when we apply. So the product is available in 3 different shades. Revlon says these give you an instant healthy flush of color with just one click. A precision dropper makes blush application easy, dispensing highly pigmented color with each drop. It's supposed to visibly plump the cheeks with hydration while instantly giving cheeks a lifted effect. Lightweight, serum-like texture blends smoothly and evenly, easily transforming from a liquid to a velvety, powder-like finish with a non-greasy, non-sticky feel. Silky smooth with a natural finish, and formulated with glycerin for smooth blending. Speaking of formulation, here's the list of ingredients. Glycerin is the 3rd ingredient, and I don't see any added fragrance in the product. Here's the packaging. Plastic, see-through, so you can see the product inside. Name, number, and shade will be found on a sticker on the side of the tube. You twist it open. That's what the dispenser looks like. And you apparently push this end, which is pliable and soft. So the first shade is Coralicious. Next is Pink It Over. And third is Field of Roses. I'm gonna dispense, I guess, 1 drop. They say all right, let's go ahead with more than 1 drop for swatch purposes. This starts a little pink, but as you blend it in, it turns more coral. More like almost like a bricky coral shade, and that pink pretty much goes away. Pink It Over is next. Seems like a yellow-based flowery pink. Doesn't seem to have the same kind of metallic formula going through it. Oh, this one's the most metallic-y of the 3. A deeper reddish pink. Metallic quality does seem to kind of blend out a little bit. Okay, those are the shade swatch. This is more to give you an idea of the color. Don't know that I would say I thought it was the smoothest in blending. They kind of dried quickly, but let's go ahead and apply them to the cheeks and really see how they function. I've done my skincare. I have on a tinted moisturizer and nothing else. And I've powdered this area, but I left the whole cheeks without powder because when you use a liquid product like this, you want to apply it before you apply powders. And over the past few months, I have been doing specific skincare treatments, I guess you would call them. I have like a handheld laser that I'm using around the eyes and in this area because I notice more signs of aging in this area as you do. And so in the recovery process for some of those things and things like chemical peels, which I've also been doing, you get either flaky skin or dry patches and things like that. So one of the products that I have been using more recently is from a brand that is new to me. So this is the first product I've ever used from them. This is Illioune, and it's called the Ceramide Auto Concentrate Cream. And what I love is look how big this product is. I feel like, at least in the States, we are not used to products of this size unless it's like a body lotion. We just get our standard 1 ounce typically of a skincare product. This is 6.76 fluid ounces, 200 milliliters. So you get an incredible amount of product. It is vegan, it is fragrance free, which we love, and it is super, super nourishing. Ceramides are fantastic for the skin. There's a lot of glycerin in here, and the consistency is like a gel cream, which is one of my favorite types of formulas because it allows it to really sink into the skin without feeling greasy or looking greasy and heavy, but it's like your skin absorbs that moisture, so you get the same kind of moisturizing effect without having an occlusive feeling layer like you would with, say, Vaseline. So absolutely fantastic. It is versatile. I can use it for a nourishing mask at night, but I can also use it in the daytime because the finish is very elegant and works well with makeup on top. This is a new toner that I have been trying out. Look at how much you get in this Estee Lauder product. It's the Micro Essence Treatment Lotion with Bioferment. This is the box that it comes in. It's 6.7 fluid ounces, 200 milliliters. I love that some items like this are now becoming larger, whereas makeup products like this are becoming smaller, because I think that's appropriate. I use something like this every single day, usually twice a day, potentially every day of the week, versus wearing something like this, the amount of product that I would use, and I'm probably not using the same color and the same product every day, once a day in the morning or whenever I put my makeup on. So I feel like I'm liking this trend of the size of products. It says the ingredients help to rebuild the skin's barrier. It's a liquid that sinks directly into the skin. It's like giving the skin a quick shot of moisture after cleaning and drying. And even though there are, or at least used to be, a lot of Estee Lauder products that have fragrance, I'm very happy to report that this product does not have added fragrance in it. Beautiful glass, frosted glass packaging, and I believe they do have a smaller size available for you if that's what you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and apply this shade. It's number 3, Pink It Over. So here's the packaging, very small, as you saw before. I feel like there is this trend going towards not having such huge products that you never use up. 2 years ago, the size of this would have been probably 3 times the size this is now. The instructions say to go ahead and shake the product, and then it says 1 drop is enough for both cheeks. So we're gonna go ahead, it says tap it in, so and blend, so i.e. use your fingers, and it says to depress this part to dispense 1 drop. I don't even have to press, I just tipped over the bottle. You don't have to depress the bottom, and it is very pigmented, as you can see. Okay. Wouldn't say that it's the most smooth and seamless. I definitely don't think necessarily you would only want 1 drop. It's not a claim I even necessarily want to be true, because when a liquid product is that pigmented, it makes it more difficult to look seamless and to blend it in. When it's super, super pigmented, then any sort of unevenness or splotchiness gets magnified. So honestly, I kind of prefer something that says it's semi-sheer but buildable, because that allows you to control the level of pigmentation and it allows you to layer in a way that keeps it, hopefully, smooth. Yeah, I'm not loving the way this is looking. It's very splotchy. feel like I have some pigment here, but it's less product here. Let's try a different shade. Gonna layer it, maybe that'll make a difference. Shade, oh, I'm sorry, this one wasn't shade 3, it was shade 102, Pick It Over. This one is shade 101, Coralicious. Going in smaller sections. Yeah, I cannot say that this is a hit in terms of formulation. Let's try with a brush, even though the instructions suggest using your fingers. This helps to concentrate the pigment for sure. Much better application with a brush. Oh, I just realized this boo-boo is unsightly. Apologize for that. I hit my hand and got a scrape that's healing. It's hard to keep a band-aid on here because it always lifts off going around this corner of my hand. So still not the most smooth and seamless, but leaps and bounds better than using your fingers. So a dense kind of packed brush to help really smooth out that patchiness. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I'm at that point where you're tempted to add more product to see if you can smooth it out, but then what probably will happen instead is it just makes it more patchy and worse. So I'm gonna cut my losses, so to speak. Not that it's horrible, but it really isn't the most seamless and smooth application. And that's always the highest concern I have with liquid products. I think that it is much easier to layer and keep a smooth finish with powder products. And then I would say the next easiest is with cream products, but gel and liquid blush products are more susceptible, in my experience, to that patchiness. And it's harder to find formulas that are easy to apply, that don't take a huge amount of time to really like tap in and smooth out and try to get rid of any patchy look to them. So I will say, I feel like as I'm sitting here and it's kind of sinking into the skin, it is becoming less patchy, so that's good. And I think on this side where I had a little less product, it's not as patchy. On this side, it's definitely, you see areas of the cheek where there's almost no blush and it looks very splotchy, as you can see here. So I am going to put translucent powder on my cheeks just as I had on the rest of the face, just to set it, because that is the way normally I would go with any sort of liquid or cream product. And I will wear it throughout the day, and I will check in with you to see if there's any sort of noticeable shift, change, increased patchiness, how it wears, anything like that. In terms of luminosity, I don't feel like it's super glittery. And I feel like in the bottle, especially with these two darker shades that seem more metallic in the tube, I'm happy to say I feel like it's less luminous on, I shouldn't say less luminous, less glittery or metallic on the cheeks, because that can go sideways really quickly when you have a large area of the face that's metallic in finish. It's more subtle, which I think is more versatile for more people to wear in more contexts. So there is luminosity, but it's not shimmery, glittery, is what I would say. All right, I will check back in with you at the end of the day. Okay, at this point, it's been almost 12 hours, just around 12 hours. Usually I try to check in around 8 hours or 9 hours. The day things came up, the day got away from me. So this blush has been on for a good amount of time. There is some fading, you can probably clearly tell, but I will say that after I checked very deliberately around the 7 to 8 hour mark, I remember thinking, oh, it really hasn't noticeably faded. So the fading, I feel like, will happen after you have worn it for a full 8 hours or so. So in that sense, I was more impressed with the duration and durability of the formula than I expected to be. The patchiness was, I felt probably about the same. I don't know that it improved that noticeably over the day. At the same time, it's sort of the thing where I didn't feel like other people would really notice that it looked patchy. I was probably the one most aware of and observant of the patchiness because I am looking for that sort of thing. That said, I do think that there are better formulas that you can access for the same or even, more affordable pricing that will give you less difficulty in blending it out, or at the very least are not any more difficult to blend out than this formula. I also do remember seeing the product in direct sunlight and thinking, oh yeah, I see some more shimmer. But again, I did not feel like it was a layer of metallic shine on the skin, which is a good thing. So in terms of my thoughts overall and the grade, do I appreciate that it's in smaller packaging and a more reasonable amount of product that you could realistically use? Yes. Do I think that this click with one drop covers both cheeks application claim is true? No. The product comes out of the tube without any depression of the side of the tube, and I think you're gonna need definitely more than one drop of product to blend and smooth for both of your cheeks. Do I think it blends smoothly and evenly? More so with a densely packed brush. Is it lightweight? Yes, I don't feel like I noticed it at all on my skin. It was completely weightless feeling. Liquid to a velvety powder-like finish? No, I wouldn't agree with that. I think it's a liquid blush that acts like a liquid blush. Serum-like texture? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a liquid, so there's no oiliness to it that I observed or felt. Plumps the cheeks with hydration and provides instant lifted effect without greasiness or stickiness. I agree it's not greasy or sticky, but is it gonna give you any sort of increased hydrated or plump effect? No. So that's what it looks like after 12 hours of wear, and those are my overall thoughts. There's good, and then there's not so good. A mixed bag at the end of the day. Feel free to let me know in the comments below what you think, any questions that you have. I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next one.